What's going on, guys? My name is Tyler, this is Everyday EEDC. As you know, this week I am not doing a themed pocket dump. It's kind of my week to catch up on some knives that are on loan that I want to make sure I spend some time with, and doing the theme sometimes doesn't line up with carrying somebody else's knife to give me an idea of how much I like it or don't like it. Sometimes it does. So I'm doing that this week, although it kind of pained me. I really wanted to carry my smock today, which leads me into my secondary knife, my Kershaw Launch 10. I opened this thing up and I went, oh my God, like I forgot how hard this thing fires. I'll never get over it. Never get over it. This thing is so cool, so good, but me with knives, brother. I believe you recommended it was the Micro Flip. Whichever one they have on White Mountain Knives. I may have picked that up today because I was thinking about this, made me think about your comments. So I got one on the way and we'll see how it goes. Although the blade's already like an inch longer than this one, just saying. But the ergonomics look pretty badass. And it'll be my first Hogue that I've ever felt, so that'll be cool. So this is the Kershaw Launch 10. You guys don't need to hear me talk about this thing over and over. Ergonomically, is it a beast? No, you're not going to do crazy, insane hard use with it. It's really meant, in my opinion, for this right here. Right? Get underneath, get over the top, you cut some stuff open, you can break down light boxes and stuff. It's just like 90% of your daily tasks, this has got it covered. Unless you work in a hard use environment, then that changes. Which, this next knife should be able to take on any hard use task thrown in front of it. This is the Benchmade Adamas in manual. So I'm not intending to carry the Benchmade Adamas automatic that he sent. There's no reason for me to really carry both. It's the same exact thing. I can play with the action at home, but there's no reason to take somebody else's $300 knife into a mill with me if I can get it out of their other knife. I don't need to do both. Not that I'm going to beat up either one of them, but I'll leave that one at home and kind of learn about that one. Because they're the same exact knife. One's just click and it's automatic. The other one is not. This thing is a beast. I was telling, I think Daniel is his name. I don't want to give your full name out just in case, but we were talking, and I was like, what's messed up is like this thing is amazing. And you could tell ergonomically it would be really good if my hands were like 1 or 2 sizes larger, right? Then you have the mini Adamas, which is not very mini, but I can say because of the way that it cups your hand, I do feel slightly scrunched. Now that's through very minimal, trial and error. I haven't carried it that often. I actually don't even think I've carried it. I think I've just played with it at the desk, But, so it's kind of weird. It's like they made one that's slightly too large for my hands. I mean, you can look at the handles on both sides here. Right? Slightly too large for my hands. Not that it's a bad thing. I mean, it's cool. But I think the person who would get the most ergonomic value out of this is somebody who can fit this whole thing in their hands. And then the mini is like slightly too small for my hands. So it's like, it's just a weird middle ground. Maybe my hands are just friggin' weird. I mean, everybody knows my nails are fugly, but like my hands too, like the what? So, yeah. Some of the best action that I've ever seen. Can I get the fuller? Come on. Let me get it. Damn it. I can't get it by the fuller. But some of the best action on any Benchmade that I've ever felt, short of the Super Freak, was pretty damn awesome. And then the Mini Freak was pretty damn good too. But the Mini Freak was a lighter blade. These are like super heavy blades, this and the Super Freak, and they're just so drop shot. I might have said that they're on bearings, and then somebody's like, no, it's on washers. And I'm like, okay. And actually I could see the washers pivoting right now. It's on a big phosphor bronze, and then there looks like to be like a steel one behind it or something like that. Really cool. Thank you for lending this in, Daniel. Really glad I got to check these out. And yeah. We're going to do a truck chat today. It got me thinking. And it's going to be a positive one. So buckle up, sit back, and prepare to turn the volume down because my voice annoys you for the next 5, 10, 15, however long this takes. The inspiration of this truck chat kind of came from a trade that I made today. I believe his name is, and I will say his name because this is his Reddit moniker, Ryan Sean 87. So Ryan Sean 87 and I have been talking. He's got I'll just kind of disclose just so you guys have the full picture. He's got a Spyderco Subvert that he was trying to offload. So I offered up a bunch of trades. And when I'm on Reddit, I kind of feel people out, right? If you're going to be a dick, I'm going to be a dick back. Like, you know, no good deed does him. Or that goes. Anyways, so this was the complete opposite, right? I gave him a whole list of the Wies and Riats that I had. He was listing it as a sell value of 280, frequently carried but rarely used type of knife. And so I was like, all right. So I offered up a bunch of Wies. You guys are going to, some of you are going to be pissed because some of you wanted this. Sorry, Blade. What's your moniker on freaking YouTube? You've been posting a lot. Blade. You know who you are, Lanyard guy. God damn it! I know your name, but I don't want to put it out on here. It's Blade something, Blade Runner or something like that. So, sorry. I know you wanted this, but my Wee Knives Thug made it to the chopping block today because it was such a good trade as a Wee Knives Thug for a Spyderco Subvert, right? Now, the Subvert may not be something that I keep, but it is definitely something unique enough that I want to check it out. So he picks out the Thug, and we finalized everything. Like, it was like, all right, so, yeah, he's already, like, making the shipping label right now. I'm going to be shipping out tomorrow. What I found extremely fascinating is he didn't do that bullshit where he goes, hey, what's the trade value on your knife? I'm one of those guys that would much rather, if it's a one-for-one trade and you're both happy with the trade and, you know, you're both, it's obviously it's not a Civivi for a Spyderco Subvert, but you know what I mean? Like, if it's in the ballpark, then yeah. I mean, I hate the whole, well, you owe me $20 on top of this because my trade value is this. It's just annoying. He didn't mention trade value once, and I was waiting. I was like, and he never did. So we're going to do a little bit something special for him. I'm going to throw something in the package just for being just a good knife bro, because if that flat-out deal happened, the Wee Knives Thug for the Spyderco Subvert, that's like a difference of MSRP like $320. No, $70. The Spyderco Subvert, I think, was like $320. The Wee Knives Thug was $250 brand new. I got it from White Mountain Knives for like $220 due to the discount code EEDC. If you shop at White Mountain Knives, you can use my promo code EEDC for 10% off all orders in store. But yeah, so just kudos to Ryan Sean or Sean Ryan 87. Thank you for the trade, man. Really looking forward to you know, just kind of anybody that I meet like that, I end up becoming friends with. Like, we end up talking more and more frequently, or intermittently asking each other questions or doing future trades or whatever. So I'm looking forward to that, and it's just really cool to see somebody positive in the community. That's, you know, it's not all about the $10 or the $20, you know, because I've done the same thing. I've had the flip side where I've traded a knife that was worth more than the knives I was receiving. And I don't care. Like, if I agree to it, I don't care. As long as the ballpark number is plus or minus like 10 to 15% of the overall cost, it doesn't matter to me up or down. But that got me thinking, you know, how cool the community is, right? You guys all know it. You guys have all seen it. Somebody's probably done something cool or nice for you within the community. So in the comments below, if somebody did something cool or nice for you in the community, I want you guys to try and shout them out. If you can remember their name, don't use their real name. Use their YouTube name or your Reddit name or Instagram name. Just shout them out. Give us a short story of what they did, because I think that's awesome, and the world is full of people that freaking focus on the negative shit, and myself included. I had to check myself as a parent the other day because I was negative reinforcement. And then, like, when he did something good, I'm like, oh, good job. Right? Like, it doesn't work like that. If you're going to give it, you got to take it too. Like, you got to do both. Keep it balanced. So let's use this as, put somebody's name out there that did something positive. Do it in the comments below. Everybody's got that one person, even if it was something small, but it was something they didn't have to do that, you know, you appreciated, right? And like I said, try to put their YouTube, Instagram, or Reddit name on there. To build off of that, it also got me thinking, EEDC, okay? That brand is kind of special to me. Why? Because he's the first maker that actually commented on one of my videos. It was like super cool. And since then, we've had a couple back and forths over Instagram as far as just chit-chatting and stuff, and I was asking him info. So I think my Nimble review is going to be probably the best review I've done because I have so much backstory on it. It's really cool. But let me say this, and this isn't an insult to anybody. It's just kind of the way it is right now. To find a unicorn within the knives that are being created now feels difficult. Not impossible. For example, the We Knife Co. Esprit. That to me is a unicorn. But, you know, there's really good knives coming out. But there's really good knives already there. There's really good knives. Like, how much difference can you do with the blade shape, a handle? Like, how much different shit can you really do? Right? And I'm going somewhere with this. So that begs the question of, okay, so there's these cool knives coming out. A lot of them are kind of flavors of the month, right? To me, the We Esprit is not. To me, the We Esprit definitely felt different than other knives coming out. But there's other good knives that you want to carry them more than, say, the We Esprit if that's your favorite knife. But then you go back to the We Esprit. Or like my Hinder or Skinny sheep's foot. I go back to the Hinder or Skinny sheep's foot. I won't carry it sometimes because I'll get some new stuff in. And you're like, woohoo, I get to play with some new toys. But then sometimes you're like, I need to go back to what I know and what I love, and there's a reason that I love it. And just like my Launch 10, which is a not stupid one to love, but it's like, it proves that it doesn't take $500 to have a favorite knife. I opened it up and I got the chills. I was like, holy crap, that is cool. Oh, shit. Side note, there was a shooting at a school or a gun drawn at a school, and they're all diverting the traffic. I don't think there was a shooting. Nobody was hurt, but somebody drew a gun in this school that I drive past, and now my pathway is cut off. That's not cool. Holy shit. I'm going to pause this and get back to you guys. Okay, sorry about that. That was odd. Definitely something you don't see every day. There was I know somebody at this school was found with a gun, and I don't think anybody was injured or anything, but there's freaking helicopters in the air. All the roads are blocked off. There's like SWAT teams and stuff like ready to go. It's crazy. So, anyways, back to the talk. So it's rare to find a unicorn. Sorry if I lost my place. That was a unique pit stop for me. Rare to find a unicorn, and where I'm leading to with this is you can come out with a fantastic knife, okay? So the EEDC Nimble, I believe that is a fantastic knife. So good. Do I think it's a unicorn? I don't think I would call it a unicorn, right? Like that's one, if it has to grow on you, in my opinion, and it doesn't just like shock and awe you. Sorry, I don't know where I'm going. Got diverted. If it doesn't shock and awe you from the first time you get it in hand, to me that's not a unicorn. But the shock and awe has to stay, right? Some knives shock and awe you, and then you carry it and you're like, oh yeah, maybe not. But if it shocks and awes you and then stays, that's the unicorn, right? The Nimble had to grow on me. That's what makes it a fantastic knife, is that my opinion got better and better over it the more I carried it. But what makes the knife have personality and what makes the product have personality is it's no longer the knife production game and the amount of knives that are on the just on the market that are available for you to get are there's so many. I'm drawing it out because I'm half thinking about where I'm going, and so I've never gone the shop. But there's so many, right? And it's going to take us something a little bit different than just the normal stuff. So what I'm getting at, and I've said that several times, I'm trying to get to the point and I feel like I'm forgetting shit. Let's just cut to it. EMP Designs Nimble is not a unicorn. It is a fantastic knife. What makes the company a unicorn is that they're producing fantastic knives and they're giving fantastic customer service from a dude who seems genuinely just like an awesome guy. Like, having talked with him, he wants to talk to you. He wants to tell his story. He wants you to feel what he felt like going through it and to know what he went through, to be fully transparent and to kind of show a little bit of pride of the amount of work that has gone into the whole process, because rightfully so, you should be proud of the end product. And it's funny that this kind of circled around to this, but you have so many other designers out there, and it's no longer about the product you put out. Prime freaking example, don't give a shit, I'm going to say it, Medford. I cut this out twice because I didn't want to say it, but what you hear about him is that he's a dick. He's got a very up and down personality. He's crazy, right? His wife messaged me, and we were talking about information on the Slim Midi, and I told this before, the Praetorian Slim. And unfortunately, I tell the same story, which is a negative story, because that's the only interaction I have with you. So every interaction that you have as a customer service representative has to be on point. You have got to grit your teeth and fucking smile at the guys who are being jackasses, even if you don't want to talk. Why? Because that's what we're going to remember. I'm going to remember you guys being a dick, coupled with what everybody else said. I don't care how good your knives are anymore. To promote positivity along with negativity, the same exact thing goes for high quality products when you're a great customer service. If you gave me great customer service and your product is really good, unstoppable. Absolutely unstoppable. I'm going to stop it there because I started to feel myself actually heat up. And it drives me nuts. How arrogant do you think you are to be a dick and still have somebody pay $600 for a knife, right? Like, makes no sense. It doesn't make any sense at all to me. And that's not just directed at Medford, but they're my prime example. They're the one that I had really bad experience with, even though to them it was probably just an off-the-cuff, like, I'm in a shitty mood, I'm going to write this email. It doesn't matter. We've never talked before, and I was not impolite over the email. I was very respectful. I know how to write a freaking respectful email. So, you know, it just, you have to check yourselves. Write the email out, be an asshole, and then delete it and say, thank you. That's it. It's that simple. To the flip side, very, 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 see, you're focusing on the negative. Very, very, very big credit and kudos to Vero Engineering. They have fantastic customer service. I was wrong, and I talked about it. They had gritty action, and I asked for new bearings. They sent me new bearings. It wasn't even the bearings that were wrong, and they did it for free, and they sent it out the next day. EMP Designs, this dude is going out of his way to tell you his story. He's going out of his way to respond to you in a timely manner, right? Not to kind of drop like a taboo name, but Metal Complex, when I was very, very, very new in the review game, I'm still new, but he responded. Nick Shabazz, he responded. Neves Knives, talked to the dude the other day. We've never talked before. And all I had was a question. It wasn't about reviewing or anything. Point being, these dudes respond, and immediately you have that personal connection. And it was a pleasant experience. You have to do that as a customer service person in the production industry. Otherwise, I don't care. People are going to buy Medfords because you have badass knives. I personally won't because you're a dick. Like, there's that. EMP Designs, as I said, you have fantastic knives. Are they unicorns? I'm hoping the Thick Boy is. I'm super excited on that. But even if they're not unicorns, they're fantastic, and it means so much more in hand that you're a cool dude, you're nice to people, and you take the time for people, because people are what make your business. You put in the work, but the people are the ones that have to buy your product. If they don't buy your product, you're nobody. And I don't mean that as to downgrade anybody. That's just the harsh reality. I am going way too far with this. This is nowhere near where I was trying to go. Long story short, just very big kudos to Vero Engineering, to EMP Designs for being so awesome at customer service. One more to throw in there. You guys hear me repping them all the time. Well, at least promoting them. White Mountain Knives. Holy smokes, guys. And all the knife retailers have been pretty nice, don't get me wrong. But this dude has been phenomenal. Talking with Justin, and you guys know what I'm talking about if you know or have talked to Justin before. You guys know this dude is great. And his customer service skills are through the roof. And he talks to you like a person. He doesn't like, hey, how you doing? You know, like, it's not like you feel like he's putting on an act. He's like, yeah, man, that sucks. I'll get back to you. Let me know. I'll see what I can do. And, like, he just talks to you like a person and is genuine. Keep that shit up. Those are the people that I want to see succeed, because those are the people that promote just good vibes, taking care of each other. And that's what this knife community is about. So thank you, Sean Ryan, 87, I believe it was, full circle, for being the best part of this community when it comes to something like that. By the way, he has no idea this video is coming out. I don't even know if he's going to watch it, but that's just as a heads up. So, and I hope he's okay with me saying it. That's all I got for you guys today. My name is Tyler. This has been Everyday EDC. You guys stay sharp, stay safe, and have a great freaking rest of your day.